How's it going, everybody? MyCupOfTea here, back from the reaction video. Today, we're here to watch the newest Death Battle from Death Battle. Yay, yay. Looks like every month they're making these Death Battles, so now I know. But today, we have Spider-Man Miles Morales, looks like, versus Deku, Marvel versus My Hero Academia. Now, when I first heard about this battle after the last Death Battle with Tom and Jerry versus Wile E. Coyote, I'm like, didn't we see Deku before? I think it was against Asta, I'm pretty sure he lost against him. So I'm surprised to see him so soon against Miles Morales. Now, I don't know too much about that version of Spider-Man. Now, I've seen the animated movies of Miles Morales, you know, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. So I've seen that, but I don't know, like, because I know they're gonna go in the comic route, and I don't know nothing about the comic book versions of Miles Morales, so this is gonna be interesting. And I know what Deku can do, because I read the manga, so this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And I bet you what, they both gonna be swinging around. They both gonna be swinging around. Hit a little bit of these. Hit a little bit of these. Okay, let me stop. Let's get into this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And of course, you know I'm big Spider-Man over here. We rooting for Spider-Man. That's my pick over here.
Versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku.
Just during that arc, when he's like
and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
But I think I know where they're fighting at. What like time they're fighting in. For Deku, at least.
Let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker.
Yeah,
he was bitten by a radioactive spider,
yeah.
And for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City.
That's my guy.
In a universe filled with
favorite
super
superhero.
soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the
What's
little
a god to a
But
spider?
in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now, he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all canon events. Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero of the...
Oh look, he lets Dragon Ball Z, JoJo, Gwen, see? He knows what's up. He knows what's up. He don't like GameSpot? wait, did GameSpot do that one infamous review was like, oh, he's swinging around with the swagger of a black teenager or something like that? Was that GameSpot? Because I thought that was IGN.
The Apple needed, and he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider carried the Oz formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats.
I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet. I know I'm slacking.
He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no Spider-Person is complete without their web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
You know what? Now that I think about it, they are kind of similar. Like, Deku's kind of similar to Spider-Man. He got the Spidey sense. I forgot what it's called, what quirk that is. He got Spidey sense, the swinging. He can move fast. He's super strength. Now when you think about it, he can go invisible like Miles can do. Hold on. They might have something.
Having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher, though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward. All that, trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately,
I just thought about it. I know I'm slow. I just thought about it. And Peter Parker, his uncle, was to save him. You know, he was like his father figure. With great power comes great responsibility. But Miles Morales, his uncle, tried to kill him. I just thought about this just now. I am a fool. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. I'm a fool.
Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents! Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter.
Disney. No. I mean, what is this? Hold on.
Look at the crevices!
Are we doing that Freaky Friday reboot with like more people?
Is in 36 hours.
No.
Disney's Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday. Okay, Lindsay Lohan, I think it was. That was a good movie.
Tickets now, rated PG.
Oh wow, I did not expect that. And we're back. Sorry, I want to know what that was.
Do it his own way.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff.
So
like biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez,
he's not
what
Static Shock.
Spider
Yeah,
was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linnaeus, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles.
I thought about to make a sword. I'm like, ain't no way a spider making a sword.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh, geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light-speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem, a blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
Alright, it's gonna be important, right? This number right here is gonna be important. I can tell you for a fact they're gonna bring this up at this is who won in terms of strength or durability. They're gonna bring this up. Has Deku ever survived something like this? Well, I know that Shigaraki has survived basically a nuke. They might try to compare that to Deku. Okay, let's see.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The King of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
Ooh. The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City.
R.I.P.
That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive.
I don't know about this.
Huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier.
Okay.
It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb, and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up, and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse.
What the heck is a symbiote dragon? What is a symbiote dragon? Probably No. I know about No, I think. He's like the god of all symbiotes, I believe. I want to read that. Who is Giant Woman? Who are these characters?
Teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime spider people, robot spider people,
dinosaur
spider people, spider people, a whole lot of them, each with their own way of getting the job done. Miles even led them into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be
So that movie gonna be a movie. That movie gonna be great when it comes out.
But what is a hero?
Here we go. Let's see
to
where
the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace.
I thought they would wait till the final season ends, which I think it just came out.
With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis, All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one, like this kid.
I gotta finish Vigilantes. I was starting it, I think I'm like episode 4 or 5. I gotta keep on going.
Named Izuku
He can
Midoriya,
slide.
or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
You don't want
Forever the beta
romantic
male in the
interest.
shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk.
Eat this
for
hair.
all. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific
Yeah,
US
overdrive
locales
versus 100%
and a soccer club.
Or
Close ulcer or
football,
whatever.
as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks. One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot
Crazy.
in a single blow on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though.
I don't know how he
Damn,
still
that
hit
looks
punch
like
it.
it hurts.
One for All's power
I don't know
was
how
so
he's still able
great
to
that
punch
the
every
recoil
now
would
and then.
shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One for All could cause their body to explode, so Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
And he did.
Say that again.
And he
UA
did.
high.
Say
He'd
that
be
again.
inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his
I wanted to go
best.
to the manga
Something
spoiler,
that
because I'll
he
pause if
may
they
have
do that.
taken too far.
And
When
one of
it
you
came
guys.
to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way before himself.
Yep.
Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead
Full
of using his quirk in
cowling?
short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body
was nice
at
seeing
low
that for the
percentages,
first time. That was nice.
using
Like,
it for
yes, finally.
acrobatics inspired by
Don't get
Bakugo's
hurt.
explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style.
Kicking.
Shoot style. To use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and
Nerd
switched to
Emoji.
focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power
I was like, finally. He finally realized he can kick people. Let's go. He always kept punching people in season 1. I'm like, finally. You have 2 other limbs. Kick them too.
would be needed. After a climactic battle with All for One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
Oh, that was a crazy average so far.
But
Yeah.
he
Okay,
didn't
anyway,
have
we're back. That was
to
weird.
do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One for All
Man, Deku got
manifested in
broken
Deku,
real fast
along
in
with their
season 6 or
spirits
7, I think it was.
vestiges, to help him in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing
Yeah.
around and restrain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his
Oh, yeah, they
muscles
can do
if
that
he
too.
can't
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Man can fly and swing. That's crazy.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and
Fire
unease,
sense.
letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him create a smokescreen.
That won't be that useful. Miles can see probably. He probably can like detect people. That won't be useful. Smoke screen.
But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin.
Nah, Fajin's
After
gonna be a
building
problem.
up
That might be a
kinetic
problem
energy
with
within his
Fajin.
body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with full cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
Which is
He
crazy.
once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero-turned-villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Stop
Nagant's
it.
bullet once crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers
Dang.
within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound.
Hey, Miles dodged lightning. I'm rooting for Miles. Miles dodged lightning, you know.
And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing
Oh, well,
still.
shoot.
And he can go even faster than that
Oh,
with his
yeah,
final
that thing
quirk,
too.
Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control
Broken,
its
that's broken.
speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. he can slow down
But he
foes
said
to leave them
gravity, F that.
frozen in the air.
Oh,
He
you're
moves
sure.
so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All For One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light-speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One For All was.
Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. I'm gonna block some things out. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. There's a little bit of spoilers in here.
Suffocating him though, he's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of having to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku, so he left UA to fight this war alone.
Yep.
But alone was never where Deku fought.
They should have made this part longer. They should have made this arc longer.
His admiration for his
he
peers
went
gave him
solo.
strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others.
Should've been a
Even
time skip,
Bakugo
honestly.
came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on, because that was the greatest threat to All For One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One For All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All For One once and for
Okay, wow, you just okay. So hopefully I'll put a timestamp before this even happens. But we're about to go in spoiler territories. We're about to go into spoiler territories. I feel. Again, there'll be a timestamp up ahead that'll tell you when to skip to. Hopefully. But yeah, I didn't. There was no warning. We're just here. We're just here with it.
blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher.
Yeah, there was a lot of
passing
jokes
on
about
his
that
knowledge
scene
to
right
the
there.
next
That
generation,
happened.
just like every user of One For All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school, if not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go
Yeah, he
back
got
to
that new
kicking
armor.
butt. He even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
Well, since we were talking about the ending, I felt like for my manga people, if you're still here, if you didn't skip, I feel like they kind of rushed the ending. But I feel like they rushed this. I think when Deku went solo, hunting out the people who escaped from the prisons, I feel like they should have fleshed it out a little bit more. Maybe a time skip, maybe like a 1 year time skip. I'll take a 1 year, maybe 2 if we want to risk it. You know, as he gets develop his powers, because it was over too fast. So I was like, man, this arc pretty good. I'm like, okay, he understands like there's the dark side of the world, what he gonna do. But it kind of wrapped it up real fast, like in like 5 or 6 episodes. It felt like, and then the war arc was just like it was kind of quick too. I'm like, they rushed this too. I don't know how I feel about this. And we just stayed in Japan. We didn't go over the other seas, like, you know, other countries, continents. We just stayed in Japan. I don't know. I feel like they could have made it a little bit longer, you know? But I'll tell you what. I'm going to be watching that fight, the animated fight between Deku and Shigaraki, because when reading the manga, I was getting confused with what's happening towards the end. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I can't make out what's happening. So hopefully the anime will help me, because I was like, man, I'm lost now in this fight. All right, so welcome back to people who skipped to this timestamp. Yeah, so now we have decided, or we have heard each abilities and stats. Deku versus Miles Morales. They mentioned that Deku can like basically speed up, catch, or get past a bullet, but I think he can go light speed, possibly. See, if Shigaraki can like basically catch lightning, I'm pretty sure Deku can probably move that fast as well if he used like all his abilities. Maybe around light speed, I don't know, dodge lightning as well. But honestly, it's who can tank the most, which I think Miles can tank the most because he has a vibranium suit. But if you just take like a lot of force, a lot of pressure to his suit, it might not. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like, I'm not a power level guy, so I don't know. I'm rooting for Miles, obviously, but I don't know. Who is gonna have the bigger punch? Let's all root. Let's all cast our votes right now. Who you think is gonna win? And tell me why it's Miles Morales. Let's get this. I'm happy. Oh,
hello, it's me, Store-Bought Benjamin. I know what you're asking. Benjamin, what are you wearing?
Dummy thick.
Okay, that's not.
Yes, that's our Mechanical Menace Mecha Goose pulling down the trunks of poor Dummy. Our new summer line of merch is available
Alrighty.
now on deathbattle.gg for a limited time. Website members can even get this in a unique color scheme. And there's a hat.
Ooh, a
I
hat.
like the hat. I know what else you're asking.
am I
Benjamin,
asking?
why did Wiz build robot butt cheeks on Dummy?
Actually, why did he do that?
I don't know. Get your cheeks at
Fair. Fair answer.
www.deathbattle.gg.
That's a fair response to that question. Alright, here we go. It's time. Let's go.
Buttons are set.
Let's
We've
go.
run the
Child's
data
gonna
through all
Let's go.
possibilities.
It's
Ew,
time
jump
for
force.
a death battle!
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Yeah. Oh, we're in New York. I thought we was in Japan.
Huh?
Oh, made a black. Oh, that's cool.
Yo!
From manga to color.
More man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy.
I like the voice acting.
First lesson, don't watch the mouth. Watch the heads.
Now watch mine, Delaware!
Okay, maybe they won't kill each other. Just over here having a friendly spar. Ooh, okay, good counter.
Let's try that one more time.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun battle. Alright, don't kill each other,
Use my
guys.
full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
You got skills, man. I like that.
I like that. He's a Fajin already?
Oh,
Okay,
man.
that's crazy. Good. Really old York City. Yeah, go crazy with it. Go crazy
I
with
moved
it.
us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out.
Okay, no, someone's gonna die.
Promise I always do my best.
So we're kicking buildings. A. Oh, that's a shout out for the movie reference. Come on, Miles. Oh no.
I'm gonna do my best.
Hey, why we going overdrive already? Oh,
I gotta do my own thing.
you kind of ramping up pretty fast, huh? Hey, I like that scene. That shot. Ooh. The comic book effects.
Sarah was right. Your quirk is amazing.
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate
Piece him up.
Spider-Man.
Piece him up. Hit him with that
Shock
Hadouken.
absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Oh yeah, his inner monologue and thinking about what's happening. What is that? I don't know what that means. About to do. Oh, we going for the punch.
Death Bang!
Go beyond!
Can the Barbarian take this? Oh my gosh. You know what? Get them, we move cities. No way we lose. Also, that's overhaul fallback. Oh, that's right. You gotta be careful because if you hit the suit, it's gonna blow up. Wait, did he take?
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
Why can I never? Ultimate Spider-Man did it. Why can I never call a
you think
single
it might
shot?
rain
Shut up, Ad. Why can I never call a fight right? Every time I root for one, they lose. They always lose. Every time I root for one, they lose. I'm about to root for the opposite at this point, so they lose. So he did take the explosion. Miles, Spider-Man. Why? I need to hear the explanation. Why? Why did he lose? Good fight though, good fight. I wish it would have been a little bit longer. I don't know. But they had some more stuff they could have did with that fight, but I like it, And we're back. Alright, explain to me why my boy lost.
Yo! Vaya con Dios, Aranya Hoven.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers, which matched up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly, given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The spider sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than danger sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was harder for danger sense to detect when he wasn't attacked,
Right.
while the spider sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen.
Exactly.
But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fajin gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did. Since both had some
Hold on. While Venom is effective against genetic mutants, it can be resisted by those with high durability or pain tolerance, such as Ultimate Green Goblin, okay? Deku has some solid electrical attacks from Shigaraki and 9. True. Even if a Venom Strike did paralyze Deku, he could overlay. That is true. Overlay forces his body. Okay. Okay.
Advantages and disadvantages. We're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed.
I feel like Spider-Man
Scaling to
should have
Peter,
speed in this,
Miles
right?
could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku, though, that wasn't
Yeah, he has
best.
the gear shift
Thanks
thing.
to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible.
Oh, yeah, that does
So
that's the
speed goes to Deku.
As for skill, Deku was incredibly
Miles got
talented
skill.
at
Miles
analyzing
so
an
much
opponent's
skillful.
abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku
This man invaded the entire Spidey society. Basically, he is way more skillful.
may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling everything from neighborhood
Sandman.
tricks to
No spoilers.
multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience,
Okay,
skill
the
goes
important
to
thing is
Miles.
strength. It's all
And
about
that means
strength here.
The biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was no contest.
Huh?
Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those
Okay, wow. So we are going into spoiler okay, so again, timestamp somewhere. Sorry about that. You just went straight into it again. So if you guys want to hear the explanation of what happened, you're gonna get spoiled. For my anime watchers only. You're gonna get spoiled. But I want to hear the explanation. So timestamp to where to skip to. Or probably already put it up there earlier, but yeah.
Power is what One for All is all about.
Okay, here
When
it
Deku
is.
defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with this
First storm ass. I don't E. Don't throw E at me. I don't know any of this means.
punch had a yield of 362
I told you
billion
they're gonna bring
tons
up
of
the
TNT,
numbers. Yep, there it is.
smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the wall.
Gigatons. We only in mega. Oh, someone fact check that. Someone fact check that, please.
But it wasn't as simple
And we're back. Okay.
as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after
Yeah,
all.
the vibranium
so
suit.
the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons.
Still in mega.
Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than vibranium's limit.
And Deku
That's
did that with
crazy.
One for All's embers.
Timestamp.
Not
We're
the
gonna
full
skip past all of
package.
this. We're gonna skip past all of that. Timestamp at the end.
Remember, the vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what
you
Deku
gotta
could
be
dish out.
kidding
In this
me.
superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Good fight.
Next time on...
I wanted to real quick before I congratulate him. I want, if I can petition this, I want Carl Johnson, CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in the death battle. Why? Because I feel like it'd be hilarious. You just see him fighting with somebody, all of a sudden he's doing cheat codes, left, right, up, down, left, right, X. Ooh, I forgot the code. Get some weapons and health. Be hilarious. Now, who would he fight? I have no clue. But yeah, that's my pick. But let's see who's next on the death battle. Let's see who's fighting next.
Death battle.
Godzilla. Hulk? Wait.
Subscribe and join as a member to
What is
see more
happening?
death battles.
What is happening?
Thanks for watching.
What is going on here? Who would have thunk we're gonna see a Hulk versus Godzilla? Is there something about Godzilla I don't know? Because I know for a fact Hulk had a death battle before against Broly. He lost to Broly, which I was surprised, even though I rock for Broly. I feel like there's been a Godzilla fight too. Godzilla against somebody else. I feel like it. Shoot, if we just going crazy, let me see Power Rangers versus Super Sentai. Let me see that, because Kamen Rider wouldn't be fair. But Power Rangers versus Super Sentai. Let me see that. If we gonna go crazy, if we just going off the wall, let's just do that. No, we don't want this right now. I'll tell you what. I can't even predict who's gonna win that match between Hulk and Godzilla. I know basically nothing about Godzilla, and Hulk probably got some crazy comic variations nowadays where he's just like, yeah, I can just destroy the multiverse, whatever. Because that's what comic books be doing. They just be destroying multiverses like it's a normal Tuesday. Some of these characters. Even though my boy Spider-Man lost, it was a fun battle. I like the callbacks or references to their movies or shows, certain scenes, like the punches he did against Overhaul. That was at the end of this one. Spider-Man falling off the building. He's doing that infamous pose that everyone loves so much. I liked it. I like the references. What am I, 0 for 4? No, I feel like I called the Mahito one versus Shigaraki one, right? I think I called that one. No, I didn't call that one. I think I didn't call it. I think I said Mahito would win and he didn't. Shoot, I think I haven't won. I don't think I called a single one right this season of Death Battle. I don't think I called a single one right. Don't bet on me. If I ever pick a character, bet against me. They always lose in this Death Battle. They always lose my character. What's up, Danger? But we're gonna head out of here now. I got some things I want to check out. So hope you enjoyed my reaction. Hope you enjoyed the battle. And thank you for watching. My cup of tea is out of here. This is everybody. Man, I am so sorry if I spoiled you guys. I should have realized they were gonna do it. Put some manga spoilers in here, but I just wasn't thinking about it. I thought I could catch it in time. I could not. But again, hopefully the anime goes well. Boku no Hero. I'll be watching that because again, I'm pretty sure it comes out this season of summer. It should be out. I need to watch the fight because I was confusing the manga reading it. I was confusing that fight, the final fight.